why the children behave the way they do. So let's start with understanding behavior. What is behavior? Whatever the child does, whatever the child behaves, whatever the child does, anything that can be seen, heard, serving as a form of communication or expression, as sir has just mentioned it. If the child is not able to express, there are some kind of actions. Those actions can be observable and measurable. As a parent, all of you can measure those behaviors. You can observe those behaviors and try to understand what behavior is. Now, what are the factors influencing the behavior? Again, ma'am and sir has pointed out why the behavior happens. So, what are the factors which influence the behavior? The first and foremost, first important is you need to understand the developmental maturity. I have seen lots of times what parents think is okay, the child of 3 years or 4 years, I have seen in the park that child is behaving in a particular way. Why my child in the same situation is bit weird? Most of the time I have this question. So please parent, here you need to understand the developmental maturity of your child. Every kid is different. It's not about typical, it's not about atypical. Every kid is different. The development is different. Definitely, the maturity is different. Now, what maturity? Emotional maturity, emotional skill of a child. Apart from that, the cognitive regulation of the child, that is also different. So, every kid is different. Every environment is different. Every parent is different. So, why you people always compare, right? So, here the developmental maturity of emotional and brain regulation system. You need to understand. Brain regulation system is the self-control. You have your own self-control as adult. Same way, infant, toddler, preschooler, schooler. After that also, they have their own maturity system. Why need to compare? Right? Environmental demands. Best example, simple example I'll give of the CBC only. Either you're in high school or wherever you had been. So when the child is in one-to-one sessions, every parent says that the child is very good. Right? Every therapist after a particular time says that okay, in my session the child is behaving as the parent wants. As soon as the child is out of the session, means out of that environment. What is the environment? Therapist, that room, those number of toys, puzzles. So that environment is impacting the behavior of your child. So this is what you need to understand. So what are the factors which are influencing your child? You are the best judge of it. So what I mentioned is sometimes noise, sometimes crowd, sometimes transition. So many times you have seen all of the sudden parent will come, okay, I'm taking the child. Nobody has prepared the child from that transition from the house to the park, from the park back to the house. And many times parents also mention that whenever my child is at the park, the child is not ready to come back to home. It will take time because of the emotional maturity of your child, because of the self-control of your child. Again, you have to understand, you can't compare it. You can't expect that there is some therapeutical strategy for it so that all of a sudden my child from the park should accept and go back to him. No, he will not. That strategies we have to search by our own. Internal states, very common. I think all the parents agreed to this. But need to understand again. Internal state means hunger, thirst, illness. Many times in my consultation sessions also, I have explained to the parents that, when the child is ill, the physiological changes plays a role. So what is that physiological changes? Medication as well as any kind of infection is there because of which the medication goes on. So all those physiological changes related to illness definitely will change the behavior of your child. Please again understand here, illness, hunger, even the sleep refusal, sleep disturbances, weather, diet, everything impacts the behavior of your child. Again, why? Why my child? Why not that child? Because the emotional maturity and the self-control, the cognitive aspect of the brain has not developed till that age. Now, next is sensory processing needs. It's a very big question mark. Sensory processing, sensory skills, sensory stimulation, sensory underload, sensory overload. So maybe in next workshop, I'm going to talk in detail about the sensory training also I'm planning to give for the time being to understand this session. Sensory processing needs are same, they are very different and they change. How they changes? Again, internal factors, environmental demand, cultural values of the parents, where the child is reared, where the child is going for school. So all those things are processed differently by the different brain in the different age. Communication limitation. Every parent knows that. Communication limitation. Every parent says, my child is not able to express. I want speech therapy. Do you really think he is eligible for it? With that immature emotional level of, age, with that level of self-confidence? Ravina, can you just distribute these? So these are the first important thing is try to understand the behavioral milestone. Which varies again, it changes. So I'm not asking for the chronological age of your child. Your child may be of 6 years, but the milestone he is hitting is of 2.5 or 3 years. So you have to check these behavioral milestones, keep it so that you can compare it when you are going back home. That what are the milestone your child is hitting. And then you try to understand the emotional maturity and cognitive maturity of your own kid. For the toddlers of 1 to 3 years, they grow curious, they do active walking, exploring, thinking, testing the boundaries with tantrums, or they are saying no, along with emerging language and sharing skills. Let's talk about preschoolers who are 3 to 5 years. So they show cooperative play with roles like parent or baby, like the pretend play, and they understand the concepts like mine versus yours. Very important. Who is going to teach it? Always the expectations is from the teachers, from the school, from the therapy center. No. It has to, first of all, you all have to understand where my child is and what I need to plan for my child. So these are again the school age plus 6 plus behaviors. You can read it out. Direction following the skills will be better than before. They cooperate in groups, handle emotions like frustration through their words rather than outburst of the expressions. Like they are quite balanced. They optimized their internal and external factors, and thus they are into the cooperative group. They tell stories, prefer to have peer play over the solitary activities. They show consistent attention. Many time parents are like, attention nahi aaya, eye contact nahi aaya, 3 months ho gaya, 6 months ho gaya. So there are levels of attention as well. So it takes a long journey again. Consistency is the word important here to understand even for any pre-linguistic or any cognitive skill. It's not about what mentioned only attention. Even if you are talking of eye contact level 1, level 2, at last it should be maintaining the eye contact for the conversations. The triggers, whatever I have just spoken, it is again mentioned that the triggers are sudden transition. Just the transition if happened suddenly, then multi-step instructions. If lots of instruction, come here, sit and pop up the balloon. So many instructions you have given. So there also, this could trigger the behavior of your child. Overstimulation, again the sensory processing. Unpredictable routines. Sometimes breakfast is sometimes, lunch at different time, or you are going. So that is also unpredictable routines with transitions. Many times we have lots of work in our daily routine activity. It's not possible every time, every day is the same waking hours or same eating hours. So there again, those predictable routines should not be rigid patterns, but that should be very predictable for your child. Until and unless we are not building up or enhancing their emotional maturity, their cognitive maturity. Once it will be hit a bit on the borderline also, that yes, we can move him to a more transit without any preparation also. Again, you have to check where my child is on the milestone, how much I need to prepare. Okay, after a month, now I'm feeling a bit of change in the behavior, but you have to maintain the logbook for that, right? Feeling rushed or misunderstood, again. So it's always, our kids feel like that way, that I'm not that understood by my parents. Frustration is there. Once the frustration is there, then definitely the child have the different kind, like the triggers or the factors which will influence the behaviors. Next. About the positive and negative, can I have any reflection of any one of the parent? Can I have now? Now see, wonderful. So my child's positive behavior, first of all, I'm not interested in that. I will talk about this is something technical. This is something very practical and real, right? So always happy. So this is one positive behavior. Or play both independently and with the parent. Shows all emotions. Loves the food. shows all emotions. So here, is he expressing in the meaningful situation? Wonderful. Any other parent? I'll just take the positive. Willingness to speak. Wonderful. Want to explore new things. Curious. Observation power means that he is a very good visual learner. Observations. So the negative behaviors often stems from developmental testing and unmet needs. Whatever it is written here is the practical thing, and why it is happening? Because of their developmental testing. They always, through the tantrums, they try to, check whether my action will be taken care of or not. And unmet needs. Various examples of negative behaviors in early years are excessive crying, screaming, shouting, yelling, irritability, sleep refusal. Sometimes people rush for medicine, melatonin, game music, wo perfume, everything they do. But we are not noticing why that behavior is a negative behavior, which is coming from internal state or environmental demand, which can be solved at home with a bit of, melatonin. Agreed. Then typically signaling hunger, discomfort, overprotection, overstimulation. So parents, very common complaint, hand flapping abhi bhi kam nahi hua. Hand flapping is there, stiffens the body, always into the zone of some repetitive behaviors, repetitive movements, common complaints. These are to visualize. Agreed, is the negative behavior. Just you have to understand whether you need to allow the child or not. It's not about again sensory, it's not about behavior. It is about that whether you want to stop it, whether it is the regulatory skill your child is using, whether your child wants to calm himself, or whether your child wants to communicate to you that I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm angry. So at least you people are lucky that your child is regulating through some kind of actions which are not harmful for others. Right now? So that also again you people have to check and tell to your therapist or your teacher in the school that allow them or don't allow them. You will be the judge for that. Communication, why it is written is a normal way. Again, till the time the vocabulary is developed, emotional maturity is developed, the child takes time from infant to toddler to preschool to school and then polishing further into the teenage and adolescent. So you have to see where your early years for your child is going to finish. Maybe chronologically 3 years ho gaya, abhi preschool ho gaya. Lekin is this okay? That is the okay milestone for your child? Maybe it's not. So then again you have to check. But these are the normal things which happen to express in the brain or emotional brain of the child in early years. And that's why the toddlers are very famous. T for toddlers, T for tantrums. They are very famous. Toddlers are very famous to get the tantrums. And we always say, tantrums hum dikhayenge. No, will not. The kids, they have the right to show the tantrums, right? Throwing objects, snatching, verbal bullying, aggression, loss of interest, no interest in toys and activities, social withdrawal.